So it's like you have this many jobs on your calendar, and you have this many service calls, you have this many sales. It can digest that and say to you, it can be like your business coach, because we put it in practice ourselves. We're trying to train the Chat GPT like for ourselves to use it in our software to say, if my business is struggling, what do I need to focus on? And in the chat will say, here's where you're lacking. You actually need more sales. Try to focus less on service calls and more on installs for X, and you can say, okay, this is what I should zero in on. I mean, you can't, you can't magically make those phone calls appear,
right?
But it also like can kind of give you a focus. And I'm using my example as kind of a really like generic example.
Sure.
So I don't want it to feel super black and white when I say, oh, do sales instead of service, but it can do like, it maybe tell you that your rates are too low.
Mm-hmm.
It can do things like that. Like you're not charging enough to do this type of service based off of your area. There's plenty of things that you can integrate it with the system. And we're already seeing like companies, the really easy thing we're seeing them do right now is we know, in the field, on a tablet or whatever, it's really hard to type good notes for a customer.
Mm-hmm.
We see the notes cleaned up everywhere. Like it just comes with Google, with Gmail now. And we see it in softwares now where they type in notes and it's great. It does a wonderful job of cleaning up your notes. I use that clean up like I went to school for English. To be a book editor is what I went to school for initially, right? And this is so much easier for me because it just does a really good job, and it's much quicker, and it's great, and like my point is I feel like I have a pretty good skill set here to do it myself, but all I have to do is click a button and it does a great job. And so like that's like the easiest thing, but like the rest of it is like putting together your service catalog. I've done it like and making sure your prices are right, as I kind of already mentioned, and then again help you and kind of and the idea is like when I didn't finish my thought earlier talking about using kids as the barometer. My 11-year-old, I said to him, like I saw him like talk to his phone and like whatever, and I said, what did I say to him? I said, don't you ever type on that thing? Like it's got a keyboard. He says, why would I need to do that? I can just talk to it. So that was like epiphany number one,
mm-hmm.
right? And epiphany number two, same kid, different day. He was in his room and he was just asking his Alexa questions. And I was like, do you ask a lot of questions to Alexa? And his response was so flat. And he was like, Dad, I ask Alexa everything.